Welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, as always, when you are listening to myself and Connor. This is episode 30 of the Amateur Hour podcast. Like I said, thank you for tuning in. And we're starting off, this episode 30 with a Rate Your Physiques episode. Obviously, we wanted to bring out more content in terms of not only going over shows but questions, but also going through your physiques. Because I'm not gonna lie, you guys absolutely love this. I put a box up literally, or we put a box up like literally half an hour ago,
Yeah,
and had like seven or eight, nine people, 10 people nearly, put in their physiques. And so it's an episode that you guys like. So it's going to be done more frequently. But other than that, mate, how are you as always on this fine, fantastic Friday?
very good, mate. Very good. I'm doing it from the sofa tonight because, to be honest, looking at those stairs after legs, I do not want to go upstairs. So we are sat in comfort today. Legs took a battering, which is good. Training's been really, really good, man. Gears kicking in, actually starting to feel like a proper bodybuilder again. Training's been fucking sick. Uh,
I love how we say feel like a proper bodybuilder. So all the natty bodybuilders are poor, but we feel like a proper
yeah,
bodybuilder. That's
feel
what
like
I
a
feel
proper bodybuilder.
like.
No, everything's really good, bro. Trying to think of again, just normal bodybuilding all week. It's been
Just normal
really good.
bodybuilding. Seeing your stories, mate, and seeing how you progress, and you can tell you're becoming a proper bodybuilder with how you're feeling
Proper.
out. So it's all good.
It's properly kicking in now. I'll tell you that,
But
man.
yeah, for the proper bodybuilders out there. But mate, I've just been chilling like you, mate. I feel
Yeah.
absolutely trashed. I took today off training. I'm gonna have a deload over the next 4 days. I've got some like medium to high day. It's funny they've called them like high days, but not high days. So I've got them in over the weekend. No cardio, um, no steps. Literally just where steps fall. So I'm at a show tomorrow, and then I am just chilling Sunday. I'm trying to get a lot of work done before next week, and then because I'm trying to set everyone up for this week, and then because next week I'm away, so I'm doing like everyone's check-ins on the Tuesday because I'm away for Wednesday and the Thursday. So I don't really want to be doing check-ins when I'm in America, mate, because I've never had actually time off from work. Never. Like when I was going to Rome, when I actually proposed to Charles, I was doing
Yeah.
check-ins the morning of that. So um, I actually want to have like a couple of days where I don't have to worry about check-ins, which would be quite nice.
How long are you in America for?
5 days, mate.
And you go next week?
Oh, yeah, mate. Yeah, I think so. Mate, I'm so yeah. Or the week after, I don't know, mate. It's somewhere in the next 10 or so days. But yeah, that's what we're doing, which will be good. So I'm just trying to sort of sort my workload for around then, to try to
Yeah,
sort
of
of like
course.
catch point now. But it's good, man. It's good. Just feeling trash, which because training's going so well, mate. That's the reason why. In this diet phase, I've lost like 30 pounds, and it just seems to get better and better and better. So it's made me realise that my body's sort of happy at this weight, like 250-ish.
Yeah.
I'm happy. So, but all is good, mate. All is good. Another week ticked off. Another week that's gone in the books. It's a great life being a bodybuilder and a coach.
Beautiful.
Check-ins, bodybuilder.
Yeah.
But other than that, mate, let's get straight into it. Thank you guys for putting in your physiques and also questions as well. We've got some questions from the last episode, which we're going to overlap into this one as well, which will be good because I did get a few
Yeah,
decent ones
I
from
got
last time. So
quite a few questions come through.
love that, love
Um,
that.
so what I'll do is I'll pull up some of the physiques first, and we can just go over that, and then go through to the questions afterwards.
Perfection.
Okay, starting
As
off.
well, as well, guys. If there's anything that you want us to cover in terms of anything that you want us out, we're going to be bringing out like 3 or 4 episodes a week. We're on episodes for like what 3, 4 months now, bringing out episode 30. So we're going to consistently bring out more episodes. So yeah, this guy came through, mate. I've just followed this guy recently over the last few months. He's in prep currently,
Yeah,
coached by Ross.
Ross. Yeah,
He's
it's
pro
Ross.
coach there. Still a junior, um, which is mental. As you can see, mate, it's
It's ridiculously good. Ridiculous.
ridiculous, mate.
I think what's cool is what we're seeing at the moment. Well, we're seeing a couple or a handful of young, especially in classic, younger juniors who look like they could go pro.
It's
Um,
so good, isn't it?
so
It's
like off
so
the top of
good,
my
mate.
head, I'm thinking, what this guy, so Liam, Josh Connolly, those two together is ridiculous. That will be a great show if they did the same show. I don't know if they are. Um,
I think he's doing Ross's show in Ireland first.
That makes sense.
Um, I remember him saying on a Q&A, I think. And the only reason why I remember that is because obviously he's coached by Ross and he's got his own show. So that's why I think he's doing that one. So, um, mate, this guy's really, really good. Really, really good. Um, and what I love about it as well, mate, is that he takes like the art of bodybuilding in terms like takes his posing really seriously.
Yeah.
Like the way he presents his physique is so good. And as you can see here, 10 weeks, 222 pounds. He probably looks like he's got like 15 to 20 pounds, not even that to be honest, 15 pounds probably to get truly inside out.
Yeah.
And that was
That's how
obviously
you hit a fucking twisting back.
exactly that was like maybe obviously anabolics going in. You can see this guy being like 210 on stage, 250, 205, 210, I reckon.
Yeah.
Genuinely, it's pretty mad. Great rig.
It's a really, really
Really,
cool physique.
really
So obviously,
good.
wait, so if he's doing Ross's show, just like obviously we haven't got that confirmed, but you said that you saw it on his story or something.
Hmm.
Is that's not that far away, is it?
No, he's definitely doing Ross's show. I remember him saying he's doing Ross's
Yeah,
show.
so he's
Definitely.
prep week 6 at the moment.
Hmm.
Realistically,
I'll try and find Ross's show.
when Ross's show, I know it's one of the like the 3 before the Europeans. So I'm assuming that the route would be do Ross's show and then qualify to then go on straight to the European Championships in London.
Yeah,
Um,
that's gonna be my guess as well.
what
But
would you say about his physique that he would, in your opinion, that he would or need to or could bring up? I'd
I
say
think
arms.
I was gonna say arms from the rear, but then again, mate, he's a tall individual. Yeah, that's just a case of just filling out. But
I'd say
like with,
top line in your
mhm.
chest. Because from the rear, you know how like when you've got a big fucking chest, like you can see the top of the chest. But with him, because his shoulders are fucking huge, they look even bigger from the back double because the chest is or the top line is
Nah,
maybe as
I
strong.
agree. I agree. I think top line arms majorly, but also like out of everything.
Yeah, being
But
picky, you know
he's
what I
really
mean?
balanced. He's really balanced overall.
Yeah.
I think out of everywhere, I'd probably say yeah, top line and an arm
Yeah.
maybe. But every shot, as you can see, it's not like a glare. It's not like a glaring weakness, which is
Cool,
pretty
cool.
mad. But look at his calories as well, mate.
I was gonna say that the really good macros to be on. I mean, he's only weeks 6 into his diet, but like he hasn't got much more to come off, to be honest. I don't think his food will go much lower than, to be honest, I don't know what his cap is, but I don't think he'll go much lower than
4th of August.
3,000 calories, maybe. Or
4th
2,000.
of August
Yeah.
is the Ross's show, Emerald Classic. So currently, he is 2 months out, 8 weeks out.
Okay.
So with where
He'll be
everything's at, mate,
early. He'll
my
be,
man is chilling, mate.
yeah, he's got loads of time.
My man is chilling,
Wicked. Really, really good physique. What's his training like?
mate. I just know he just likes loves training.
100 kilo deadlift, yeah? Christ.
Trains well.
Yeah, fairs.
Just I call him like a no nonsense guy, mate. Just trains hard, loves it. That's what I get anyway from it all.
Potential is ridiculously good here, man. Potential is ridiculously good. Yeah. Sick.
Highly rated him. I'll be
Yeah.
looking forward to
Very
you
good.
on stage, my man. That'll be good to see,
Very good. Very good. Henry Taylor.
mate. This guy popped up in I think it was in the last one. Um, yeah, novice British champ. I saw him in person at the my first show, PCA in Birmingham,
Did you not see him at
where
the British? Because that was
I saw him at the British as well. So I
oh,
first saw him there, then I saw him at the British. Mate, ridiculous, ridiculous. From a posterior perspective, mate, his back is ridiculous. Um, just really, really big, mate. It's a
yeah.
big dude. I don't know what he actually was like, what his weight was when he was peeled, but I reckon about 260, 250, mate, pretty easily. Um,
Really good shape.
Yeah, man, really, really good. Like really, really good. And mate, those front shots compared to his rear shots, I'd say from a rear, like posteriorly, really, really good. Um, you could just tell. But I'd say obviously for a taller guy, like just more quads. But then again, that's just more like, but
Yeah.
out of it. But then again, it's more like out of everywhere. Where would I pick? Because everywhere's not really a glaring weakness. But as you can see there, there's some. I think that's probably from a while ago actually.
I think that's from the British.
Yeah, but yeah, man, he was really, really good. Really, really good. What he brought to stage was, mate, he was peeled and he was massive. So,
Oh, look at the show. Wait, so did you say junior? He's not junior.
oh, nah, mate, no, no, he's a
Okay,
novice.
cool.
So, but yeah, he's come up a couple of times actually from the start, mate. We've not had time to go through him, but that's why I remember to put him up this time. But hopefully we see some stage shots.
There we go.
Yeah, so
He got third.
third in, oh, what show's that? Is that Manchester? That's
That's yeah,
Manchester.
Shode Mank.
Yeah, Manchester. Yeah, I thought it was Manchester. And then he did PCA
This is
Dara.
Kuba, yeah, Dara, that's the name. Kuba's client.
That's it. Yeah. So I got beat by Alex by Good Stuff. Yeah, so not no novice, but I think that was one of his earlier shows, and then he just kept getting better and better and better for the main shows.
Sick.
So fair play to the guy, but yeah,
No,
really really good.
the British finals look is fucking sick. So
Oh mate, mental,
okay.
really really good physique. As a person, I sort of like I saw and I was like, yeah, man, if I could sort of replicate that, that'd be really good. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Do you know how
nice.
tall he is?
About sort of like 6'3" ish, mate. I'd say 6'3", 6'4", quite a tall guy. As you can see, he's filled out his frame nicely. So trains hard, trains well. Um,
I love it when there's people in the back like making sure it doesn't hit the stoppers. He's
you know how
got
much
a
work?
lead on it. Jesus Christ, mate. Sick.
Yeah. So it's funny how all the big guys just go in there and just lift some heavy stuff and have fun with it, isn't it?
It's like it's like they know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It's
Crazy.
like to get big, you just got to
Yeah,
train like you are.
lift
You just got to
big.
train like you are big. You
Yeah.
see what I mean? Lift big, act like you're big, and then you next thing you know, you might actually grow. So, um,
Yeah. No, really, really cool. That's I'm hoping has he said anything about competing
mate,
next
I don't
week?
know, mate. I don't know. As you can see here,
Nothing.
if you want something bad enough, you won't set a plan B, bro. Halfway the final
See,
phase, feel like
trying
push
to
up
push
big one.
again in a couple days.
Uh-huh.
Uh
I think he's probably starting to probably thinking of prepping maybe back end of next year.
yeah, yeah.
Probably back end of next year will probably be his go-to. Maybe for the British again, if not, probably 2 years time.
Crazy. He looks really, really good.
Great rig.
Scottish Titan.
Yeah, man, this guy came up a couple of weeks ago as well. A lot of Scottish time. I'm jacked. Oh, he was actually maybe the jacked gun guy, that guy there in the photo. That guy there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this dude. Really good, mate. Really, really good. I know he competed at two pros against Andy Scott, and then he went to the Olympia there in sorry, the amateur Olympia in Alicante. Mate, the guy's just a big ball of muscle, mate. Genuinely, he just looks massive.
Does,
Yeah,
yeah.
his name's Jack Gunn. There is at the amateur Olympia. Really good shape, mate. He just has that. He literally reminds me of like a junior Greg Taylor of just being like a big
Yeah.
ball of muscle. Genuinely,
He looks really good.
huge. Yeah,
So that's his client, but this guy, fucking hell, bro.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I
It's one
remember
of the
I remember seeing this guy. It sounds so weird saying it like this, but I remember seeing this guy all the time from obviously when Callum like reposts him from his glute.
all his glute, mate. His side track. It wasn't even like his side chest. He would like
Bro,
transition
what
with it.
the
That was there, yeah,
fuck is that?
mate. Mate. Honestly, though, it literally reminds me of like a bull.
Yeah. Just the whole leg
Um,
as a whole, like that hamstring is ridiculous.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. Like,
That's what
obviously,
Val said, that hamstring's going to touch the ground, bro.
it's true, mate. But he's obviously not pro yet. But I think it's just a matter of time, really, to be honest, from what I'm seeing here. But
Is
yeah,
he?
that's the.
When did he last compete?
It was actually that last year, mate. It was yeah, it was last year, I think. He competed last year. It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
crazy.
think it's only a matter of time until he turns pro, in my opinion. But again,
Oh yeah, he did. I remember this. He did the
that was at the Swedish show.
yeah, yeah, I remember this now.
Yeah, I think he didn't do as well there as what he wanted to. But
I remember that. I was going to say controversy. I don't know if it's controversy or not, but like I remember everyone kind of hyping him up into it and then being like, "Oh,
yeah, I mean, honestly, that's how I remember as well, mate. But really, really good, really good rig, mate.
it's a
Really good rig.
really sick physique."
Side legs a joke.
Yeah, it's an exciting physique. Like that is definitely a physique that will go pro. Um,
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, mate. Just a
yeah,
matter of time.
yeah, really good, really good. Um, right, I'll go through all of the ones you sent and then I'll pull up
There
Tom.
we go.
We've already done Tom, haven't we?
I think we've already done Tom, but again, mate, he came up again.
He's got another update.
He came up again, mate.
He's growing.
Mate, the guy is a freak show. He's the best Tom. He leads the Tom. He's the leader of the Toms, mate. I don't think videos actually do him justice.
No, I bet.
Definitely not that, mate. His rear double's mad and his rear lat spread mad. Um, and this is peak off season, mate, and my man's looking leaner than me.
Yeah,
It's
he said
pretty ridiculous.
3 weeks of pushing to go. So what is that?
Yeah.
Going back into a prep or
Yeah, look at that. How I gained 20 that in 8 months. That's ridiculous, mate. Those side to side comparisons, um, absolutely mental.
yeah, fair fucking play.
77 kilos from like
Oh,
77 kilos to 104, something like that. 104 kilos, mate. Absolutely mental, mate. Um, but yeah, ridiculous rig, ridiculous. But the next guy is called Guy. Um, he put himself forward last time round, bro. This dude, mate. Again, if you want to go on those, this guy had. He's a really good friend of mine. And again, these don't do him justice, mate. Genuinely, this guy's rig, mate, is a joke,
yeah.
an absolute joke. Um, Look at his side chest in his recent one, not his pinned one, but his recent of
This
him
one.
dumbbell pressing at the start. But that one there, yeah. Look at his side chest towards it.
Shit.
Yeah, man. But he had like a operation to do with his um I swear it was he had like a hernia in his stomach or something, and he couldn't actually eat food for a while. Um, and now he's just blowing up, mate. He's
Yeah.
prepping. I think he's doing a first timer show in Hull. I think he's doing FT6 this year, which would
Okay.
be good. But yeah, man, strong, trains hard, literally, mate. A pure bodybuilder, bro. Genuinely
Sick.
doesn't doesn't deadlifts. His deadlift is ridiculous. His hip hinge. I think his deadlift like 300 kilos, something. Um, yeah,
310.
310. Yeah, this was 89 weeks ago as well. I think he's deadlifted 320 kilos. Um, Look at that. Everyone in the gym was just looking at him.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, his back, mate, resembles him picking up some heavy stuff off the floor, mate.
That's mental.
Yeah, yeah, pretty mad, mate. But I think I'm seeing him soon as well, which would be good. But he's starting prep in like 5 weeks.
Sick. Who is coaching him?
That lady right there,
Oh,
that lady, Amy,
oh, cool, man.
yeah, owner of the gym he goes to. So I think she's prepping him, which would be good.
What gym is
Just
this?
I don't actually have a clue, bro. I think it's the Monster Factory
Is it
gym.
the month? Yeah, I was gonna say, is this monster?
Yeah. Um. So yeah, I think they're working together, which would be good. That'll be a really good prep to watch along, mate. Because as you can see, he's a big dude, big
Yeah,
dude.
man. That'd be really cool. That'd be a really, really good prep. Okay, so let me pull up some of the ones that I've got through. What I'll do is I'll ask one of the questions so that
Keep
while
them coming,
we
mate.
pull something up.
Keep
Um,
them coming.
I've got quite a few, and I got some come through on the anonymous one as well.
Whew. Anonymous, the balaclava people, mate, behind the
Um,
bally.
Started off with a funny one. Ultimate question, apparently. Eat chocolate flavored shit or shit flavored chocolate?
Chocolate flavored shit all day.
I think it depends whose shit it is.
Yeah, store movements have got to be good, but
Is it your own shit? If it's my own shit, oh, cool.
yeah, mate, I'm sound with that. I
I
mean, I
know
was
what's
just thinking
funny.
it tastes of chocolate, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not having
As long as it
chocolate
doesn't smell like poo, then it's all right. It's
shit
sound.
flavored chocolate. Yeah, man, if it's chocolate flavored, then it's sound.
Do you know what I mean? That's pretty
Yeah,
easy question, that one.
yeah, man.
And then okay, cool. So we'll go into a bodybuilding one. Advice on how to not fuck up post show and how much off-plan food is too much. This is from Dalt Tomlinson. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we looked at his physique last.
Pick up Dalt Tomlinson.
Yeah.
Okay, what got you in shape will keep you in shape.
Yep.
Keep your routine. Keep your prep routine. Keep cardio in, or see if you're doing like an hour's cardio, do an hour's cardio, but keep that routine. So if you're doing everyday cardio, I'll just keep that routine, just minimize it. If you go for a morning walk, go for a morning walk. Keep that activity high. Communicate with your coach on a regular basis. If you have to check in every single day with them to keep accountability, make sure you do so. And as well, stick to the plan. The hunger will subside. In terms of off-plan meals, I would try and restrict them to maybe like one a week. But again, I wouldn't restrict them to the point where if you want like a protein bar and you're thinking, I remember being in Boots, bro, and I wanted these Oreo protein bars.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, nah, man, that's gonna. And Charles like, shut up and just have a protein bar. And looking back, it's just a protein bar. So I think it's all like relative. But having somebody, so having what helped me massively post show was having like Charles around me and being like, probably eating too much there, or you're all good, like that's enough. And I'm there like, sound. So having somebody there to keep you accountable is good. But I would say what got you in shape will keep you in shape. That is the biggest thing.
I think also, I mean, I didn't do this, but looking back, I think it's a really, really good idea, is having a secondary goal post show. So obviously
Hmm.
at the start, the show is like the finish line for you when dieting. So if you finish that and then you've got nothing to go after that, you're just gonna let loose. Like you will just go crazy with it because you feel like you've got nothing to work towards now. So having like a secondary goal afterwards, maybe like set something with your coach. It could be like maybe a photo shoot, or you could have like I want to like my goal is just to gain X amount per week, and just to kind of like keep you in check because I know the exact feeling. I'm sure Tom you can relate as well. Feeling sort of lost after prep because it's like this whole time you've been counting down days, weeks, months to this one show, and then it's done, and it's like, oh, what the fuck am I doing now? Like, oh, bro, I think you've gone mute. Hello. I can't hear you, bro.
You
Is
can't hear me,
Oh, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
mate. There's actually a study that compares like people who have like a goal in mind in terms of sports compared to like people who go through pregnancies and like postnatal depression, where when they have this one set out goal, they go into this form of depression because they don't have goals afterwards. So what I would do is try and transition that goal, whether it be, like I said, photo shoot or try and gaining X amount of tissue or doing this in terms of transitioning to a goal where you have that in mind, where you don't feel lost and you can just go, okay, now this is the goal. Because it can get to a point where you do feel lost, you have no clarity, and the next thing you know, you don't know what you want to achieve. And that's when it all spirals out of control. So there actually is a study out there. I'll try and I remember sending it to a client once, but there actually is a study out there comparing postnatal depression to actual athletes who, for example, like I think it was they compared it to like the Olympics where they have this one day after 4 years, 1 week, and next
Yeah.
thing you know, it's like, well, that's it. Well, I've just been literally doing everything for 4 years for this 1 week, and now boom, it's gone.
Now what? Yeah, yeah. I can
Now
imagine. I
what?
can imagine for the Olympics, it's even crazier. Like 4 years building up to one thing, and then
Mm-hmm.
within like 12 hours, it's done.
Literally, bro. It could be like you could literally have that one split moment and it's just gone.
And then imagine it goes wrong.
That's the thing. So there actually was like
Like dangerous.
yeah, man. So I would just set goals in terms of having that plan. You like for example, when I set out his plan
Yeah.
before he was even finished his prep. So he was like, "Yeah, that's your plan. That's your goal." And he was like, "Yeah, cool,
Yeah.
sound."
I think that's something that coaches, if you're not already doing, need to be doing, is get that post show
Hmm.
ready like at least a week before the end of prep. Like it
Mate.
has to be there. It has to be like
Hmm.
on hand for that client so they know what's to come. Um, I think the way he's worded the first part of the question, so advice on how not to fuck up post show. I think in terms of immediate post show, hydrate yourself as quickly as you can. Like just neck as much water as you can, at least like 3 liters
Hmm.
on stage, because you are dehydrated. That will not only just rehydrate you, it's gonna fill up your stomach a little bit, so it can help with like minimizing hunger, or at least for a little bit. Enjoy yourself for the evening, have a meal with friends, family, make it a social kind of occasion. Enjoy it, enjoy
Hmm.
your time, and then just get back on plan the next day. Treat it like a refeed. Enjoy that
Mate,
and
bang on,
plan. Boom.
bang on. Keep that
Um,
routine. Keep that routine. It's so important.
yeah, so important. Cool. Okay, so I have got a physique. Hold on, let me share the screen. Boom. Big Alex Carr. Um,
Ooh, the
this
man.
was, this was a week ago, but it's a more recent one. So he is currently doing a high day at the moment. But this was from his high day a week ago, or two high days a week ago. Um, and he is sitting at 15 days out as of today, I believe. So
Uh, 16,
is it 16? What's the
16 days now.
is it
Sunday, isn't it?
16 including today, isn't it? 16 including today.
Mate, you count days like Shell does. It's like
Yeah,
she
I
would
count
go,
it
no, it's
from the next
15.
day.
Yeah, the next day. See, I'm like, it's Friday, so it's Sunday. But she's there like, no, we might as well just count it from, especially when it's like 10 to 7 at night.
Yeah, the
She's like,
thing, the
well,
day's pretty much done, so it's like it's
today's actually, honestly, mate, Shell would be screaming at me right now. She goes, Connor's right, it'll be 15 days.
but yeah, no, he's bro, he's been killing it, man. We've been, like I said, like we've got him ready very, very early. So we've been doing constant refeeds. Pretty much been digging from, or not digging, but like holding a baseline food from Monday through to Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday we refeed, and we've done that for the past like 3 weeks, I think. I think this week we're doing just Friday, Saturday refeed again, and then we're just gonna hold all week next week, peak week, compete. Um,
Mate,
so
highly rated, bro. Highly rated. Like, in terms of bringing the best he can, and we always say this, he is as peeled as he can get for the
yeah,
muscle that he has, which he'll look back at this first prep and he'll go, it was flawless. It has been genuinely, and
as yeah,
as a coach and as like an athlete, you look at what he's done, you look at what you guys have done, you look at where he's sitting, and if you said to him, mate, if you're sitting 23 days out at this point, looking like this, having this structure, like mate, I'm all over that, all
yeah.
over that. So fantastic stuff, mate. In terms of areas I'd improve, um, top mate, top line.
Yeah. It's just muscle. I
Let me
think
get
I think what he's kind of said to me as well is he didn't realize how I can't remember the words. I don't want to say it sound like a cunt, but like how little muscle he had in certain areas. So like for
mate.
example, in the off season, his chest was a really, really strong point. And
Mm-hmm.
we've got leaner and leaner and leaner towards stage condition. It's kind of lost it. But like I think that's kind of just woken him up to the point of like, right, I know what I need to fix, or not fix. I know what I need to work on moving forward. And it's shown him his strong points. It's shown him his weak points. And like, obviously, the man can diet. The man can get fucking skinned. And this is after a high day and post workout. So the fact we're already seeing or still seeing deep cuts here, bro, I'm gassed. Like,
Oh, mate, it's
sick.
yeah, and that's the people that you want to be coached, and the people that are always looking to improve. Like, obviously, they're staying present within their prep, but they're already going. Okay, I know what to improve on for next time round. I know what to improve on for next time round. Which, mate, if you look at I thought I had way more muscle than what I did, and it is a common mistake. Not a mistake, but a lot of things people go, "Oh yeah, I have more muscle than what I think." Mate, compared to what I thought I was going to look like on stage, compared to what I was, mate, it was completely different. And I'll
Mm.
happily admit that.
No, I
Happily
agree.
admit.
I agree, bro.
Like my chest went, mate, I had no chest. So welcome to the club, mate.
Welcome
But
to
now,
the
mate,
club.
great stuff,
This
bro.
is a new one. He has put himself forward, and he's said that he is 21. Is it? Yeah, 21.
That's a big dude, bro.
Big dude, bro.
He's a
Yeah.
big dude. But
Um,
again, mate, you can just tell he
look,
loves it.
I'm trying to see if there's any full stage shots. Just this one, I think. So obviously current.
I'm just gonna
Oh, is
go
he
around.
drawn? He's drawn his trunks on.
My G.
Bro's just done a front relaxed naked, bro. Jesus. Okay. Oh. Tommy, mate, we're reviewing nudes.
Whoa, Jackson.
Bro.
Jackson, my G. Calm
Bro,
down, brother.
he literally drew his trunks on.
Mate, he's got this
Crazy.
oh, brother. Follower of Christ, mate. Jesus Christ.
Um, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
look,
mate.
he's
Great.
got good
Next,
muscle. He's
mate.
got he can get lean. I think tone down the editing a little bit.
Bro, mate, my man's drawing his pants on.
Yeah, and don't do that. Like actually just pose in your trunks. Um, I'd love to see like proper physique, not physique pictures, stage pictures. Oh, there's multiple here. Okay. Oh wait, no.
Mate, he's doing a thumbs up. My guy. In his first shot, he's doing a thumbs up.
Was he? Oh yeah. Yes.
Very nice.
Very nice. Uh, sick. Fair play.
Mate.
That's cool. But imagine competing at a show and having these guys there. Do you know how cool that is? Oh, Tommy, rate the cookie. You're the cookie master.
Yeah, man. Do you know what I was gonna say? I'm not gonna lie, mate. It looks a bit dry, bro. I'm not, and as well, M&Ms, the little M&Ms. Mate, I'll be going big M&Ms personally. And he's got on the side there cotton candy flavored ice cream. Come on, bro.
That is
What?
the most American thing I've ever seen in my life.
That is American, and it says, yeah, congratulations, mate. But get a cookie box, Tom 10. You know what to do.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, we can't really see too much from your physique. That's a really good shape.
I'm
Um,
glad he's wearing boxers,
yeah, good midsection here. Good improvement. What's that, 2 years? Sick.
mate. Fantastic, mate. I know we joke around about the whole boxer thing, but he's got some good shape. I'd say more arms compared to his delts. His delts are really really good. So more arms. Um, as I
More
say,
top line.
more top line. But then again, mate, with his age and stuff,
He's 21, like he's my age. And he's obviously taken the bulk very seriously here, so he should pack on some serious muscle.
every time I hear someone say they're an optimal lifter,
Right.
he's got a D handle in his hand.
Sweet. Okay.
Jackson, my G, big love. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, bro, keep it up. I do have some anonymous ones to go through.
Mate, I might just do that to you to send you my check shots. Just
I'm just gonna start drawing my drugs on.
oh, do you ever get that though, where people take their checkered shots on Snapchat I'm like, bro, what we? I was like, mate, let's
Just use
just do it on
the
the
camera app.
camera.
Just
That's what
use
your
it.
camera's for.
Yeah.
You haven't got to do it on Snapchat.
Um,
Oh,
okay. Anonymous. Anything you've learned from prepping someone that you may have not thought too much about before? So like anything that's not obvious that you've learned from prepping someone for the first time.
oh,
I'm trying to think of
mate.
something that's not obvious. I mean, like,
What do they mean in terms of what's not obvious? Like in terms of like what we haven't thought of ourselves before we went into our own prep, what we learned in
it
our
says that you may not have thought too much about before. So maybe something that you learn on prep that you weren't expecting to come up, that you kind of had to learn about.
I'd say like skin prep towards the back
Yeah,
end, like
yeah.
how like towards like the back, like in terms of like, oh yeah, not just making sure you shave, but like, are you making sure that you're exfoliating your skin like 5 weeks out? Are you actually making sure that you're going on the sunbeds and getting like a base coat tan so your tan like sits better? But then as well, you're not going on the sunbeds too close to shoulder because you can cause inflammation, and then that can make it all these different things, mate, that I learned on my prep that can affect massively. I remember somebody being like 2 days out and going on the sunbed. Next thing you know, getting sunburnt, holding fluid. Next thing you know, boom, ruined.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
these little things.
I feel like we've learned more from prepping ourselves, or not prepping ourselves, but ourselves being like prepped rather
Mhm.
than prepping a client. Because I think everything that we've done or learned from ourselves prepping has
We've
transitioned
put
to
it onto, that's the thing. So
someone else.
whatever we learn from ourselves, we put onto our clients.
Yeah.
So it's more the fact that what we learn, probably.
I mean,
I didn't.
I
Yes.
wouldn't say it's like so obvious because people still don't do it, but I think it is spoken about a lot in terms of, the more isn't always more, and sometimes you do need to pull back, and you will see benefit from doing that in terms of maybe like the expenditure kind of route. Like if you are doing a lot and things aren't moving, maybe pull that back, and you will see things start to move. Um, that's a
Bang on.
pretty big one. Um, but yeah, I don't think anything's come up like that's thrown me off really. Not with Alex at least.
Nah, I would just say, I don't know. Start point is more important. Like your start point, your structure in terms of what you're doing.
Yeah,
Like I'd say training as well towards the back end. Like people actually do need to do far less than what we actually need to realize
yeah,
in terms of training volume. But then again, that's all person dependent in terms of how they recover. So it's all like sort of manipulated and auto regulated depending on that person. But I would say, like you said, more is not more sometimes.
yeah,
Pulling back when needed, skin prep, and also as well like little things like starting point, structuring out. Like anyone can be like, okay, this is how we're going to structure the 20-week prep or 24-week prep, whatever. But it's never going to work that way. You can always have the best plan in place, but something's always going to pop up. The rate of loss might be a little bit quicker one week. You might have like a structured diet break in, and then next thing you know, you might, oh no, it's a week. We need one now, but it's maybe next week. Like I'd say, making sure that you can be more proactive and reactive at the same time as a coach is really important. So
yeah. I would agree. Um, final two. Do you ever regret using PEDs at such a young age?
no,
No.
and I think it's weird. I was actually talking to Charlotte about this today. I didn't have to go on it, but I was taking TRT before even getting
Yeah, I remember
into.
your story. Yeah,
So I actually took PDs without even knowing what bodybuilding was. So I had to.
yeah, yeah,
So, but I was always going to. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
I always want to be the big guy, and I'm not even there yet. But like, I've always liked the feeling of just feeling big.
yeah,
So I knew I was going to at some point, mate. Did I realize I had to do it so early? No. But would I have loved to compete naturally? Yes, I would have loved to have competed naturally
yeah,
before. Um, and I'll happily say that to anybody. And was I going to anyway? I was going to anyway, so
yeah.
it's fine.
I think
Um,
that's sort of the point that I go from in terms of like people like, oh, you started so early because I started at 18, and it's like, yeah, I did, but like my goal was never to be like a well-known natural bodybuilder or like a successful,
mhm,
but it just wasn't the goal. Like, yeah, it'd be sick, and I did intend to do a competition that year. It just didn't fall down that path. But like, the goal was always to go down that route of using PEDs. So it's like I was going to do it regardless. What am I
mhm.
waiting for? Which is it's funny. It's always a sticky situation to kind of go about because it's like you don't want to when someone's like, "Oh, do you ever regret it?" I don't want to be like, "No, I don't regret it," and then kind of like promote the fact that you should or that I started young or whatever. But I also don't want to say like, "Oh, I do regret it," because I don't. I don't want to lie. Like I don't regret it one bit. But I also at this like you know what I mean. Like I don't want to promote.
Yeah, but for sure, like
Yeah,
if you just take it from like face value and we're going, no, we don't regret it. We're in our early
yeah,
20s, and everyone's like, okay, brilliant. Like
yeah,
Tom and
exactly.
Connor don't like, mate. What I did before that was show that I could stick to nutrition for years.
Yeah,
Loved training. I trained when I was like 13, 14 years old. Loved training. I showed myself that I could adhere to a plan for a long period of time. Same with yourself. You love training. You stick to it. Like, don't get me wrong. It proves not only to yourself, but also to like if you've got a coach, like if you had a good coach and your coach and you if I had like an 18-year-old coming to me saying, "Yeah, bro, I want to take PEDs," I'm like, "No, we are not, mate. No, 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 no." And they'll go, "Well, I'm going to take them anyway." I'm like, "Well, let's just obviously go through a long improvement phase. Let's see if we can actually do a long off season to show me that you can hit, and then we'll do a long diet phase to show me we can do that, and then we'll reassess maybe after like 2 years." And they'll go, "Okay, maybe." Because next thing you know, mate, you don't want somebody to be going, "Okay, bro, let's do it." 2 years down the line, they regret it, want to come off, fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would never stop promoting. I'm actually sort of taking people away from it in terms of like no. Um, but in my case, it was all sort of like completely different. So
Yeah.
I don't regret it personally. It helped me out massively in terms of me going on to TRT for nearly, I think it was 12 months before I even know what bodybuilding was. I actually messaged UKDFBA asking if I could do an anti show. Well, that's not, you know what I mean? But I'm still taking that no. So, um,
Fair
but
enough.
yeah, man, I don't regret it at all. But that's not us promoting it or anything.
Yeah.
I don't want us to feel like we're trying to go. Yeah, if you think you can take steroids or want to take steroids,
Yeah,
go for it.
exactly. That's not the
Please,
so,
if you are thinking, get a great coach, and if you have a great coach who cares, I reckon they'll say no.
yeah.
If you're young, anyway. If you're a young, 18 years old, obviously, I think this is where it's like I'm going against my word, but I think you are like a genetic outlier, mate. Where in terms of like you probably knew you had the potential from a young age, and be sure that you could hit here and look where you are now, and people are like, "Oh, look at Conor Launder," and like, but you wouldn't be where you were if you weren't starting it from where you was back then. So it's, do you know what I mean? It's like so hard to sort of like be like, "No, don't take him," but then if you've got good potential, so
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's my from a coach's perspective, I would always try and take people away from it because I don't think people actually understand the long-term health
No, not at
risks
all.
that are involved with taking PEDs, and also as well the money side of things, the bloods, the health, the actual staying on top of things, the travel. I'm traveling to America. How am I going to take?
Yeah.
People don't understand that. People don't take these things into consideration. And yeah, so
Um,
answer
two
no.
two more, and then we will wrap it up. Um, Someone's asked me to expand on the anonymous one, so I don't know who, to expand on the story that I put up when I was at the gym. So for reference, I will pull it up on the screen while we talk about it because I think it is something that, well, it was something that was on my mind at the time. So obviously I did post about it. Um, the one where I was talking about people wanting to be a pro. Share
I think
screen.
people should do that more often, mate. If they have like a thought or a feeling, like if it is valid, like just post it because a lot of people are going to
Yeah.
resonate with it.
Because yeah, I got so many people replying to it and talking to me about it. But like, um, basically, essentially expanding on that, it's not aimed at anyone. Someone was like, "Oh, is this aimed at someone?" I was like, "No, it's an accumulation of multiple things I've seen across all platforms, mainly on TikTok, and a lot of them American and a lot of them quite young, who have been maybe competing for, training for a year, 6 months to a year, um, already on gear, have never competed and are putting out posts saying like, can't wait to be a pro. I'm shooting for my pro card this year, road to pro, all of this. And like, cool, I get it. You've got goals, you've got aspirations, sweet. But like, people have been trying their fucking hardest to turn pro for a long time, and some like a lot of them haven't done it. So it's like you're kind of taking away all of the hard work that they've put in by just saying like, "Oh, I'm going for my pro card." You've never competed. You've been training
It,
for 6 months. Like you are, it's
mate,
respect.
yeah. And you can delve into this so many different directions. But
Yeah,
firstly, I think don't discredit how hard it is to become pro in the first place, especially in the UK, mate. Go over to America where you can get a pro card if you come fourth in a show. Like, but especially in the UK scene, mate, getting a pro card in the UK is ridiculously hard. Um, but like you said, you see people who come second and third in the show. So you get the Alicante Olymp, like the amateur Olympia, but you're competing against like 90 guys in the top three. Yeah, but like you could be at an NPC show in America, and the top three guys get an IFBB pro card. But with this being said, you get a lot of people, and this goes back to my last point in the last podcast, where it is like glamorized to the
yeah,
point where people just think, "Oh yeah, you look great on stage." Next thing you know, oh yeah, I think, and this is the difference between like lean and stage lean. Everyone can look decently and they go, "Oh yeah, you've got great potential to become a great bodybuilder." But firstly, have you got what it takes to get
yeah,
stage lean? Have you proven to yourself? Have you got the right people around you as well? Have you got the adherence for not only months but also years and years and years and years and years? Because the people that I look up to now, like for example, like Nate and people like this, they've been doing bodybuilding since they were like
Yeah,
last 10 years, and we're looking at them now. Well, they've only been pro for like 2 years, so look what they've been doing for the past 8, 10 years.
exactly.
So they look at, oh, look at these big guys. We take this and we get that big. Where they've done countless seasons, countless improvement phases, countless time they diet down, and then they get their pro card like 8, 10 years down the line. And some people can literally compete season after season after season. And you see these people who compete year after year after year, and they come second, and they come back, they come second, and they don't get their pro card at the end.
Yeah,
And it's I think it's very naive of people to think that it's very easy to get a pro card, and I think it's actually very naive of people to understand how much progress you have to make and what level you have to be at to be a certain pro to be a pro.
totally. I think I am all for people having big goals and aspirations, but I'm also all for having respect in hard work because like it
It's
is
just being
it's
self-aware, isn't it?
yeah, it's a difficult thing to do. It is an extremely difficult thing to do. And I think what you're saying is obviously with how difficult it is to get to turn pro. I'm seeing, and I'm sure you've seen a few posts over the last year or 2 years or whatever of like how it's easier to turn pro now than it was back in say Dorian Yates's era in the UK, um, or whatever, right? Because they used to do one pro card a year. But it's like, yeah, that's all well and good, but bodybuilding's a lot more popular now, so it's
Exactly. So
still
like
still as
it's like
difficult.
balancing its way out. It's
Yeah,
yes,
it's still as
shows,
difficult.
there's
Um,
more shows, but then again, there's like quadruple or five, ten
yeah,
times the amount of bodybuilders now.
and
So
like
it's
this wasn't aimed at anyone. It was just an accumulation of multiple people. And what I've kind of touched on is obviously being a pro means that it is your job, like you are a professional bodybuilder. Um, and people who aren't pros yet and want to go pro aren't treating it like a job. They're treating it like a hobby, and it's like you're not going to go pro if you're not doing these certain things. Like they'll say they want to go pro, but then they'll go out every weekend and drink, or they'll
mhm,
miss a meal here and there, or they'll fucking sacrifice their sleep. Like there's certain things that you need to treat like a professional if you want to be a professional. So I think it's treaded on so lightly on how how it is as a pro. Like, and what I don't understand is like people glamour going pro is sick. Don't get me wrong, it's my goal, whatever. But like, it's not life changing straight away. People assume I get my pro card, I am next level. Like my life will change overnight. It won't. It doesn't mean shit until you're a
mhm.
good competitive pro. If you've got good social media presence, whatever, that is when it will change. But winning your pro card won't mean shit. And I'm sure I was speaking to Yemi about it, not today, but previously, and I'm sure he won't mind me bringing this up. But like, he won his pro card, and then the next day he's back at home, back to work.
Mate, this is what I mean. It can go from like being such a high to thing going,
Yeah,
oh, it's just like,
it
and mate,
doesn't.
the
It
amount of
doesn't
people,
stop anyone. Like,
exactly, mate. You
yeah,
see, and honestly, mate, you'll look out this a little bit now, where like you'll see somebody win a pro card on the day, and half an hour later, it's
yep.
already in the bio, and it's like that's all I care about. IFBB pro, and I'm thinking,
Status. Yeah,
I understand completely, um, and I understand what people do it, but then just because you have that doesn't mean it will change anything. It doesn't change you as a
exactly.
person. It doesn't change you in any sort of. It doesn't
You're
change you in any
still
way.
you're still going back home to your normal
You'll
life
still go back home.
that day.
If you're a
So
coach, you'll still do your check-ins. You'll still do your job. All you are is your pro in what you do. And I
it's
think,
it's I think when you talk about it on the bigger scale, if you look at Samson was working a job up until like 2 years ago. Like the whole time
mhm.
he was working a job as a tradie or wherever he was. I don't know the
Yeah,
specific.
I think
He worked in a
it was a
hospital or
trade.
something, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
He did something very like high demand.
Like laboring, really.
Yeah,
I'd say,
yeah.
yeah.
It was only until he got that big break with Hostile giving him a contract where he was allowed to go full in on bodybuilding because you have to at the end of the day, yeah, you're a pro, but if you're not affording your bills, then you're fucked. So it's like
Mhm.
that pro card actually means nothing until you put it to use. So I think that it's glamorized to go to the gym, but it's also glamorized to be a pro. Um,
Mhm.
And it's
I
yeah,
agree, mate.
it was on my mind, so I was like, I'm gonna put it on my story. And yeah, it got loads of sort of interaction today, which was cool.
It was a great little post because I think a lot of people they want to get there. They want to get to the outcome, but they don't want to put the work in to get to the outcome. That's
Yeah,
the thing. They don't. They think of and I think I watched somebody say that about like I think it was Chris Bumstead, and he was talking about he enjoys the process, and then when he gets to the outcome, he actually looks back at the process and goes, "I enjoyed the process more than the
yeah.
outcome." But a lot of people want the outcome without doing the process.
Without the process, yeah,
So, and whenever you have a goal, look at the process that it is to get to the outcome. Make sure you enjoy the process, and then the outcome will just be like a sort of cherry on top in terms of all the
yeah.
work that you put in. But a lot of people don't want to put the work in and get the outcome.
Agreed.
So that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and
Because
do
bodybuilding is hard, mate. Bodybuilding is hard.
bro, it's so
It is.
difficult. I think it's glamorized in terms of when you look at it, it's when you look at it at its very basic terms, it's eat, sleep, and train. But then it's like when you break those down, are you willing to eat 6, 7, 8 meals a day? Are you willing to practically starve yourself and overexpend yourself? Are you willing to get under a squat bar with 5 plates on it? Are you like most people aren't because that's fucking hard and that's not comfortable. But you have to be uncomfortable for at least 90% of the year, regardless of if you're in either end of the spectrum of being
For sure, man.
in prep
For
or peak
sure.
off season. So it's a very difficult endeavor, and I think that's what people kind of discover once they get into the thick of it, and it's like, oh fuck, okay, this is hard.
Couldn't
Um,
agree more.
okay, so to
Couldn't
wrap it up
agree.
on a more fun one, you and Tom need to do a cookie box mukbang or a food challenge. Can you beat Tommy T at eating? I don't think I
Not
could
gonna
beat
lie,
you at
mate.
eating cookies, but I think
No
across a
chance.
day we could see cookies probably not.
Mate, I'm not even joking, mate. I could scram about 6 or 7 of those cookie boxes. Genuinely.
I reckon what we've got to do an in-person podcast where we're sat together with as many cookie boxes as we can. And
Okay, I'm gonna get.
through the
I'm gonna
hour,
literally clip. I'm gonna clip this.
yep,
This needs to be done.
yep.
If you're listening,
Through the
I'm
hour
gonna
of the
clip this to
podcast, we
you.
just
This
keep
needs to
going.
happen.
Cookies.
We
Let's do
keep going, and we're gonna count as many cookies as possible, and then throughout the day, that's gonna round off the day though. So it's
it.
gonna
Yeah,
be a
yeah, yeah.
day and rounding off. And I'm gonna clip this and send this to her. This is what's gonna happen. That is it. Amateur hour
A cookie box
cookie
mukbang.
box off.
Let's do it. All
Cookie
right.
box mukbang. It's happening, mate. She's gonna absolutely love that as well. That's sick.
Well, I'm gonna have to
And also,
book a emergency appointment with the dentist for after that, bro. Jesus.
great. It's
Right.
got to happen. It's
Yeah,
got to
bro.
happen.
We will do that.
That's
Okay,
happening.
bro. That's all the questions. That was pretty good. Like we got through a fair few physiques. We got through some good questions, some good topics, and decent little
No,
episode.
mate. We'll all. I think we should always do it. It sort of separates it a
Yeah.
little bit, and doesn't do like all the shows. It sort of
Yeah.
allows us to sort of talk about sort of different topics and stuff. So we'll definitely get more of these out, and it sort of like separates everything else. Doesn't make the content sort of like monotonous and the same review and like all that sort of stuff. And so we'll definitely get one of these out a week. I reckon
What
moving
shows have we
forwards,
got
which would be
coming up
good.
this
But
weekend?
PCA, I think. I'll
Hampshire
have a
was
look at
just
PCA.
Hampshire just happened. So I think it's
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we have got this weekend. We have got PCA Naturals, which I'm going to tomorrow, which will be, I reckon, which will be pretty
that's it. Yeah,
decent to run
PK.
over in terms of obviously with it being the first PCA Natural show. And
Yeah.
then we have got then we've got a little bit of a break, mate. We've got on the 23rd, we've got East Anglia.
Yeah.
So
Which
so yeah,
I
man.
will be there. So
So that's what we'll do a little one there. So we'll be at the next two for sure. But anyway, we'll wrap it up there. Episode 30, Amateur Hour, Rate Your Physiques and Q&A ticked off. Thank you for tuning in. As always, on YouTube, if you're listening, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And also on Spotify. If it's working
it
again, we
fucking
do
praise the
apologize.
Lord, it should be up there.
Everyone else is having the same problems, mate. I have a message a few people, but as well, give us a little rating on that. And as always, tag us in your stories. It means a lot. And we'll see you in the next one.